Hi, it's John. I'm now starting the fourth week of my project to walk an old medieval pilgrimage route across France, and I've just passed through Tours. In this series, I have been emphasizing the post-COVID nature of my walk from Paris to Bordeaux. During COVID, like everyone else, my horizons had been reduced. Because of my age, it was more than an inconvenience. It felt like a premonition. Perhaps, as my wife said, I was overcompensating. But when COVID lifted, I wanted the thrill of discovery, the physical challenge, reconnection with people, and the pull of the open road. And I got it all, especially after I turned south after Tours, 3 weeks into my trip. During the first 300 kilometers, I saw some great things on my trip. Some were better than I remembered. Chenonceau and Chartres come to mind, which I'd visited before. Some were better than I had hoped. The gardens at Sceaux, Bois, Amboise, even Fierbois for that matter. I'd never visited them, but I'd read up on them before I left Canada for France. But only once or twice had I truly been surprised. Vendôme on day 15 comes to mind. Truly a hidden gem of a town that I knew nothing about. So as I turned south of Tours to start the second part of my journey, serendipity was coming for me, because this was a part of France that I didn't know. In this video, which covers the 4 days I needed to walk 90 kilometers from Fierbois to Poitiers, I was surprised twice. Once by a chateau, and once by the open road. Here was the first surprise, a perfectly preserved Renaissance chateau in the little village of Dissay that I'd never heard of. I'd walked past this church and around the corner, and it just suddenly came into view. It was a hotel and spa with an expensive restaurant, none of which was in my price range. The gîte in the village at €8 a night was in my price range, and it had a view. It was a friendly place. You could dedicate a pilgrim seashell. I combined provisions with 2 pilgrims from New Brunswick for a Spartan but jolly meal. I'd left Fierbois 2 days before, and the first day was a walk across farmers' fields and past the odd pilgrim's cross. Walkers like to leave pebbles by crosses on the pilgrimage routes across Europe, and I've seen them many times on my walks through France and Spain, so it was fun to see them again. I stayed at a B&B near the chateau at Orme and had a fantastic meal with the proprietors there, Anne and Danielle Epaud and 2 other guests. There were hors d'oeuvres, tarte aux chèvres, sausages, endive salad, local cheeses, a fruit tart, all washed down with wine and a deadly homemade liqueur. The day before Dissay, I got to Châtellerault, further along on the Vienne River. This was quite a big town with abandoned munitions factories that had been redeveloped into a park. While I was wandering around it, a lady leaned out the window of one of the buildings and called to me. She had seen my backpack with the pilgrim seashell and wanted to chat. She'd had friends who had done the full pilgrimage walk to Spain and wanted to know how far I was going. People are very kind to pilgrims in France. At the beginning of this video, I had mentioned 2 surprises, and after leaving Dissay, I had my second one. I have always wanted to find a Roman road where the legions once marched, and on day 27 of my walk, I got my wish. This ancient Roman road took me 14 kilometers over beautiful countryside, all the way into Poitiers. Up next, my 2 nights in Poitiers, a great town for very old churches. I'm going to come across Eleanor of Aquitaine again and get caught in a street demonstration against President Macron. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye from a Roman road.